going to do a very quick review using this new lens for about a week. This is the new Nikkor 135 1.8 S Plena lens from Nikon, and I really love that focal length. This is not my first 135 millimeter lens, and I've been very excited since it was announced by Nikon. Looking forward to have it. My first 135 lens is this original 135 f2 DC lens from Nikon. This is from the earlier 21st century. Has the old school autofocus screw mount, and it's a very sharp lens. At least in its day, was considered very sharp, very light, very practical to carry. Really enjoyed taking beautiful pictures, especially portraits. I really like the 135 millimeter as it allows to take intimate portrait from a distance. But the challenge with screw focus lens is that on the new mirrorless cameras that is not supported, so it becomes a manual lens. And I really enjoy manual lens, but it's not always appropriate. A few years back, I got this very beautiful lens, which is the Zeiss, also 135 f2 Milvus lens. This is the classic APO sonar design from Zeiss. A very beautiful lens. What's really nice about this lens is the beautiful rendering, the 3D effects, the micro contrast, and probably the best lens I've ever had, and taking the best pictures with it. It's heavy, very well built. Really love this lens, but it's a manual lens. Beautiful focus, very smooth. It's a great lens. Unfortunately, it's manual focus, so it's not always appropriate for every event. And I've been looking forward to Nikon's version in the S line with the autofocus support. And I think we all are extremely surprised and happy to get this lens. The big thing that Nikon has put for this lens is a lot of light gathering capability of this lens. So it's a faster lens, it's f1.8. It has no vignetting, according to Nikon, and it generates beautiful round bokehs in the background. Again, there's a reason I like that focal length. You can take far pictures, show the background out of focus, and you can get beautiful bokeh. And we'll see that in the pictures. Like every S lens, beautiful build, solid weather seal, function buttons. We don't have the little LCD readout on it, but that's not really a big deal. I mostly use it to see the aperture, and given this is the focal length, and because this is 135, that's not really a very useful reading. And a beautiful aperture ring. So the next step is to take a look at some of the pictures. Thank you. To summarize the three lenses we just reviewed, the Plena 135 f1.8 S has 16 elements and 14 lens groups, so it's the most complex optical design of all three lenses. It's a Z mount, 995 grams, 82 millimeter filter size, so larger filter size, and a 0.83 meter minimum focusing distance. The older Nikkor 135 f2D has 7 elements and 6 lens group. It's an F mount, a bit lighter weight, 850 grams, 72 millimeter filter size, so it's a much smaller lens, and 1.1 meter minimal focusing distance. The Zeiss Milvus, 11 elements and 8 lens group, also F mount, just above a kilo, 1,059 grams, 77 millimeter filter size, and a 0.80 meter minimum focusing distance. So this one has the smallest minimum focusing distance. So those are the major parameters of these three lenses. So now it's time to take a look at the quality of the images and compare the three lenses. So the first lens is taken with the Nikkor Plena. Select it. And the second lens is taken with the Nikkor F2 DC lens. And we're going to compare them. All right, made a mistake. So this is the comparison of the two lenses. This is the Plena, and this is the DC lens. You can see it's a bit slightly fuzzier, but the quality is good. Yeah, this is sharper. There's no doubt about that. If I now compare the Plena to the Milvus, and I apologize for taking it in slightly different landscape versus portrait, but again, this is the Plena and the Milvus. Milvus is very sharp too. Both have a beautiful rendering. Hard to tell which one really is better. Both are great. Another example, I'll take this flower. Again, we're picking the Plena here and the DC version. You can compare both. And this is the Plena, and this is the DC. Definitely the Plena seems to be sharper. The focus is slightly different, but you know, we sort of see it's much sharper with the Plena. This is a much nicer photo. And again, let's compare that to the Milvus lens. And, beautiful. And this one is also beautiful. As I said, the Milvus is a very nice lens. There's no doubt about it. Let's see. Let's compare the flower for a second. There it is. And again, Plena versus the DC. Plena, beautiful colors. In this case, the DC one does look quite nice. So it's a good lens. I think I prefer the Plena, but they're both nice. And then let's compare it to the Milvus. Okay, we pick this one. And if we zoom in, again, beautiful rendering. And the Milvus has a beautiful rendering. So in summary, no real big surprise. I'm not going to go through all the different images. But in summary, the Plena is very nice. The Milvus was also a very nice lens, but a manual lens. And both are water sealed, by the way. And both of them are way superior to the older DC lens.